Alright, just made it to Medellin. Gonna be here for a nice 5 full days, 6 days, something like that. Got a spot in El Poblado, kind of away from the park a bit, down the hill a bit, but nice area. Beautiful view with the balcony. Like a nice river flowing over there. Let's do a quick Airbnb tour. Got the bed, the couch, TV, nice couple sitting areas to eat or have some beers over there. Kitchen, washer, which is nice. And then just the bathroom, nice shower. Hopefully this one's hot because the last one was cold. Yeah, Medellin, let's do it. So we're just going for a quick walk. Just wanted to show you the river quick outside. Not a river, but you know, beautiful. All right, so we just like landed, going for a walk up to El Poblado Park. But this area where I picked the Airbnb is super nice. Just run across the street here. I just want to show you this neighborhood a bit. It's super nice. Nice trees everywhere. It's hot here. I'm loving it. Back home, there's snow. But I think we're like a 10-minute walk from like the main area. Nice tropical feeling here. There's a couple of restaurants and stuff in a little supermarket like a minute down the road from the Airbnb, so that's good. The main supermarket's like a 10-minute walk. So I think we picked a nice spot here in Medellin. But on Google Maps, it was showing I couldn't walk this, so I'm kind of testing it out, see if I can walk this to get there. Show you what it looks like. Yes, you can. So we'll walk up here. I'm not sure if this goes there or not. Yeah, it does. Sweet. Yeah. That comes out to the main road. And then up here's all the shops and everything. So, I don't know. We're just gonna stroll around, find some lunch. So today we're gonna do the free walking tour of Comuna 13. We chose to do it with Zippy Tours. Kind of read online that it was the best one, so we're just gonna Uber to the meeting spot. It starts at 10, it's like 9 now, so little chill morning. Gonna go do that, and then just get a bite to eat, and that's today pretty much. So I'll get some shots of Comuna 13 when we do that. We're doing the Comuna 13 tour. You meet outside this San Javier station. You can take it from El Poblado. It's probably cheap. I just took an Uber. It was $6 with a tip, $8. Not a big deal. So I'm not gonna take much video on this tour because I want to enjoy it, but I'll take some videos of like the street and stuff like that, but nothing of the tour. If you want to do the tour, you gotta come here and check it out. It's supposed to be really good.
Yo un resort y yo iba a un barrel.
One of the greatest locations of 921, which is the end of the street and the beginning of the escalators.
Alright, so we just did the Comuna 13 tour. It was amazing. You can actually come up here and explore, see some of the views. I'm not gonna film much down there out of respect, and the music's loud, but just a quick video here. We did Zippy tours. I think that was the best one. Tip based, free if you want, but recommend a tip. We got one more view. So if you want to learn the history and how they got tourism here, I'd recommend doing one of the tours. It was super cool. Alright, came to the place where we're gonna have some early dinner. D-back. Been following that on Instagram for a while. It's on this cool little street. Check it out. So I think we're just gonna walk this a little bit, check it out, and then we're gonna walk back to the Airbnb. Music's loud, whatever, it is what it is. Walk back to the Airbnb, check out some sights on the way. And I got I'm being a full tourist on this trip. I don't even care. I've always wanted to do Colombia. So I'm doing some tours. I got one tomorrow. Got one soccer game on Thursday, and then doing another tour on Friday. So we'll check it all out. So just coming out of this place here. So you look for that sign. The place is just full of restaurants. It's a nice area. No, gracias. Okay. And then we're just walking down the street back to the Airbnb. I'm not gonna film too much because this is touristy, but you can just see it's happening everywhere. I think I'll just film like some of the tours instead and just kind of put this away while we walk, because again, it's just touristy stuff. So as you see, like Domino's. No gracias. Maybe tomorrow. But yeah, Medellin. Beautiful city. I'd come check it out 100%. But I think I'll just put this away because we're just walking. Like everything's just gonna look like this. So just put it away and do the walk. Alright, so while we're out today, I didn't film none of it, but got the jersey and the flag. So that was mission accomplished today. Just kind of lay these out quick. So I got two jerseys. Got these at Comuna 13. Guy gave me a deal if I bought two. So there's the jerseys. And then got the flag here. I don't know, a little more than I wanted to pay, but I didn't really want to wait till I get to Cartagena because I heard stuff's a little more expensive, so I figured buy them here in Medellin. So yeah, I don't know. Alright, this morning we're off to Guatape. You can take a bus and get there yourself, but honestly the tour is cheap enough. I don't know why you would. It's like 50 bucks a person. Gives you breakfast and lunch. Bus there, bus back. The meeting point's only 10 minutes from my place, so yeah, looking forward to this one. Like I said, we got something going on almost every day while we're here in Medellin. Beautiful neighborhood we picked. Right, anyway, some adventures today. Let's get into it. So we're at Guatape. We're gonna climb that rock. Cost 30,000 pesos, so like 10 bucks. Said it should only take like 25 minutes to climb up. So as you can see, it's pretty high up there. It's in this lake region here. This is where all like the famous reggaeton singers have their houses. So yeah, we're just gonna go climb up there. I'll probably film mostly the whole thing climbing up. I'll be nice and sweaty, I think, but yeah, go up there, check it out. All right, now that I've had my rest, let's check out this amazing view from up here. Pretty spectacular. I'll just check out the other side quick. Find the camera. Yeah, I can get over there. All right, check out this side of the view. Honestly, once you're up here, it's not that bad. It was like 10 minutes of just climbing upstairs, but I'm a tad bit unhealthy. All right, let's check out this view on this side. We'll go down here, check out this one. Beautiful. See, there's an observation tower up there. I gotta climb up there, but yeah, conquered the rock. All right, we're gonna go through these steps to the observation tower. I can hear some people coming down. We'll just wait. I don't know how far up there. Let's just go. All right, let's check these out. This kind of reminds me of those steps in Puerto Rico. Check out the view from up here. Pretty well seen. Try to see this side.
Nice to meet you. Ciao.
Yeah, that's nice. I don't know if I can squeeze in over here. Doubt it. It's pretty busy. Just kind of squeeze in here. Check out this side of the view. Yeah, worth it. All right, made it to the bottom. How was it? Didn't enjoy it. My legs are still shaking. But down here, enjoying a nice cold beer, enjoying the nice view. I don't know. Exercise-wise, 0 out of 10. View-wise, 10 out of 10. Wouldn't do it again, I don't think. I've seen it. But yeah, it was enjoyable. Now we got a boat ride. That should be interesting. So, I'm gonna enjoy my beer. Alright, so we're here in Guatape. I was saying it wrong earlier. Guatape. We're coming up to the boardwalk. We're gonna check out this town a little bit. Said the boardwalk was nice, right on the water, so that's stop number 1. Gotta be careful of cars here. So we're kind of just started at the back, make our way in. That's what I think I'm gonna do. Okay, this is the boardwalk, I believe. Then we're probably taking a boat from down there. Okay, let's check out the boardwalk here. Check out the water. Goes down further, there's some restaurants down there. Little part of the lake here. I don't think there's much around the corner here. There might be. Yeah, it looks like the boardwalk's down here. Waiting on my wife. I'm not sure if this is it or not. This might be the only thing. It's a nice sculpture over here. We'll check out. Nice sculpture there. It doesn't look like there's much down there, so I'm just gonna stop there and then head into town because I got limited time here. So I'll film when I get in. Looks like a nice little pretty town. So got these tuk-tuks everywhere. One there. This is Umbrella Street. Check it out. Busy place, lots of shops. The beer's back there. Supposed to be like some good cinnamon rolls here. Souvenir shops. Yeah. That's right there. Nice little spot here. Shops around. Oh, I can smell the cinnamon rolls. They smell delicious. I suppose if you walk up here, it's supposed to be the best view. Scoop it. Alright. Walk up these steps, sick of walking upstairs, but last one's. Nice shots there. Yeah, on the way back, we'll check it out. So I guess you hang a left. And somewhere out here it is, the fountain. Suppose we walk up here, let this bike go. So it's called Memory Lane. Nice fountain there. Beautiful color on the buildings. But I guess they said at the top, this is the best view. So we're gonna go do that. Wife just strolling. Look at out of the way, they're taking a picture. So for the money, this tour is a bargain in my opinion. All right, I finished their picture. I can keep going. Take some pictures of the videos of the view. It's hot today. You see like the colors on the buildings. So I'll show you these things. They said by law every homeowner has to put these on the bottom of their buildings. So they're super cool. Every house has a different one. And the view from the bottom. That's nice. Yeah, that must be the view there. So we're just gonna grab a drink, chill out. I'll show you like the main square. Back to the water maybe, I don't know, but yeah, Guatape, beautiful little city. Alright, we're here at the main square here in Guatape. Let's just check it out a bit. Over there is like the municipal building. And a beautiful church here that we're gonna go in, but let's just check out the square quick. Beautiful looking tuk-tuks. Line up there for something good, obviously. Yeah, beautiful little square, but we're gonna go check out the church. So, hat off. Yeah, we'll go check out the inside this church. They're always pretty nice. All right, let's check it out. Yeah, it's a beautiful church. Making our way out, one quick video to wrap up Guatape.
6:30. Ya enseguida cerramos. Ahora sí te escucho.
Alright, that's a wrap. Guatape. Onto the boat, I guess. Lunch maybe first, I have no idea, but heading back to the bus.
In front of the boat, we can already see the La Manuela farm, which was owned by Pablo Escobar. It is in ruins because it was bombed by the group of the Pepes in 1993. The Pepes were the enemy group of Pablo Escobar, and their acronym means persecuted by Pablo Escobar. This farm was his second most important, the first one in Puerto Triunfo, Hacienda Napoles. To that farm Pablo brought animals of many species, the zoo and hippos. To this one brought vegetation. As you can see, there are trees all around the farm brought from various countries of the world. In the middle of the bamboo trees, you can see what the sports area was. It had a micro football, basketball and volleyball court. In the upper part, where you can see these concrete columns, Pablo had the stables. He had a resonance field so that the horses wouldn't lose their way. The largest construction we see on the bottom, built it for the guests. The open part were the garages. At the bottom were the rooms for drivers and bodyguards. In the middle of these two buildings is a large swimming pool, and the smallest construction located on the left side was the wet area, rumba and barbecue. This farm is a whole peninsula. Here Pablo had access by land, air and water. This property is in extinction of ownership, belongs to the Colombian government. Today it is completely abandoned, and it is said that in the future there will be, among many projects, building a vacation center here, but it is not known how many years this process will take. Next door belongs to David Ospina, also goalkeeper of Colombia selection, and the black one on the back belongs to his ex-wife. In the background we can see the beautiful landscape we have in this region, the Guatape stone, or Pinal stone as it is known worldwide. This stone was first climbed in 1954 by the owner of this stone, Luis Villegas, because this is private. It does not belong to the government. The owner died several years ago, but everything that is marketed, including restaurants, discotheques, handicrafts, and the same rate to climb the stone, belong to the family of Mr. Luis Villegas. This is...
So we're starting the Pablo Escobar tour. I know you're not supposed to mention them too much around here. Colombians aren't too impressed with them, but figure while I'm here I'll do some tours. So the first stop is going to be the memorial of all the victims. So basically what he said is this is the area where Pablo went to a country club over here. They wouldn't let him in because basically he was a drug dealer. They said he wasn't rich. So we bought this land over here. Bought 3 houses on it, demolished them, built his own big kind of apartment building with a pool, restaurant, everything, 2-car garage, a bunch of apartments for his family to live, and the Cali cartel kind of parked the van just up here, full of dynamite. It was supposed to go off at 6 a.m. They set it off at 7 a.m. Pablo left at 6:30 a.m. so he was gone by the time the bomb exploded. But his daughter did suffer some hearing loss because she was by a window. So obviously they tore down the building and they made it into a memorial. It's also a dog park, so we'll check that out a little bit. So this whole wall here is basically a timeline of everything Pablo Escobar bombed. So I'm just gonna walk it, show you the dates, and like every script is like a building that he bombed. So it like starts in 1984. You can see some buildings there. 1984, 85, 88, a bunch of buildings. And now there's a story behind all of these, but 1989, bunch of buildings. Like this is crazy. A lot of these are banks that wouldn't like take his money illegally. Some of them were like a pharmacy he was attacking. Some were like police stations. Yeah, it's insane. All these buildings that he bombed. 1990.
That building is where the tax office operates for the entire country, but that's a different story.
Building. 91, 92, 93. It's crazy. Imagine living through that.
Here, that's all the information here. We have a couple of minutes. If you're missing a picture, you can go and take it. Meet me in the van. Our van is parking here right next to the taxi. We are leaving in 2 minutes.
So that statue is a memorial to all of the police officers fallen during the war between the cartels, basically. I showed you that timeline of all the buildings. Basically, every building there was just Pablo Escobar showing that he was better, you know, basically. You pissed him off once, he bombed you, killed you. He was saying, like, all those statues over there that I'll go by, most of them were like part of government that went against Pablo and he killed them or had them killed. Yeah, like I said, all those like buildings everywhere. The tour guide basically said that his mother lived across the street from one of them. They were at work, but half of her house got blown up because of that. This here is the memorial in place of where Pablo had his building, and every hole represents a victim from the cartel violence. They estimate it at 42,000 people, he said, but they said there's way more for sure. So I guess once, I think he said once a year, a few thousand people come down here, put these flowers in every single hole. They have a big Catholic ceremony. Yeah. And then basically these memorials over here is what I was talking about. Everyone here is like a message from someone in government that basically died for going against Pablo Escobar. And they tore down the building. Made what he said was every building there. They've taken control from the narcos at, like, I can't remember the number he said, but something like 30,000 buildings that they don't know what to do with. So they're giving them back to the community, making them into parks, retirement homes, stuff like that. So this is one of them.
Not the original construction, this is rebuilt. Same shape, same size, same height, but it's not the original building. But you can imagine this guy sitting here in the second floor in tables with his friends, a big party happening at the bottom, artists performing on the stage, and the view down there. Yeah, he was on vacations here. If this is prison, I would love to visit. So make sure you get the pictures and come outside because I want to show you something outside with the terrain.
All right, we're here at La Catedral, where Pablo Escobar built a prison when he made that agreement with the Colombian government that he would go to prison under the conditions that he would build it himself, staff it himself. So we're here at this property now, doing a little tour. He said a lot of this isn't original. They rebuilt it, but this is the area.
Broken, full of holes and waves, bumps everywhere. That's not only inside, but around the property as well. And that's because for lots of years, locals, foreigners, everyone was coming here looking for money. The last time that we know that someone found money was a little over 10 years ago. Behind the top of this mountain ridge, we don't know exactly where, but very close to here, was a communications cable.
So they say this is not the original building, but the same shape as the building, and the only original part is this line up to here all the way down.
So no one can call, intercept, or even touch communication. The guy was in his prison every day, 2 or 3 times, going down to the city every week, a couple of times.
They said
He was not able to go down.
after they killed him, people came up here and basically looted everything, and then the locals came up for revenge and destroyed everything because they hated him so much. So not too much original stuff, but still cool to be here. And the original just down there.
Office to see if they could find the money. They destroyed the entire office all the way to the ground, and they found most of the money buried under the main desk. When they had it, they called Pablo on his private line, and they told him. And when they confirmed that they have the money, Pablo throws these guys in the torture room or the torture chamber. Under the parking lot, there used to be a small and low room with bars at the entrance, and the torture was to throw the guys in there to freeze to death for 2 weeks. As you can see, we are 1,000 meters higher than Medellin. Right now, we are almost the same altitude as Bogota. Have you been to Bogota?
Fridge.
Yeah, we call it the fridge for a reason, because it gets fucking freezing cold out there. I bet it's not that cold for most of Europeans, but it's freezing cold for us. And that's why the torture was to throw the guys in there to freeze to death for 2 weeks. After that, he took them out. One of them was already dead. The other guy was about to die. So he killed the other guy by hitting him in the face with a gun. Not even shooting him. Right after that, his employees made a big pile of wood in the parking lot and they burned the bodies. The thing is, as you will see in a minute, we're going to have this awesome view of the city from here, meaning that city has an awesome view of us. So when you start burning stuff in the middle of the night in the parking lot, the entire city is going to see it. Everyone is going to ask, what is he doing? What is he trying to hide by burning stuff? What is he burning? That's when the US government came to the Colombian government for a second time, putting pressure and asking, what are we going to do with this guy? He's completely out of control because he's killing people. He's doing crazy parties up there in his compound, which is everything except for a prison. We have to recapture him. We have to take him to another place where at least we have some control. That's when the ex-Minister of Justice sends the Vice Minister of Justice here. In this building, the guy was trying to convince Pablo to go to another place. That is when Pablo starts getting telephone calls from the bottom of the mountain. People were calling him to tell him, hey, we saw police going up the mountain. They are going to be dead in half an hour. The main reason why this place is in the top of the mountain is because there is only one road to go up and down. So he was able to control who was coming, and of course, he had more than enough time to escape. So he goes back into the room where the Vice Minister of Justice is, and he tells him, give me 1 second, I have to do something, I'll be back in a minute. Out of the room again, locks the door, walks around the property, picking 9 of his most trusted employees, and he walks out of this place. This is the trail he took to escape. This one goes down into the city again for a little over 10 kilometers. One of the main differences between what happens in the series Narcos to what actually happened is the details of his escape. Because in the series they show that he goes through a tunnel, and at the end of the tunnel there is a bunch of police waiting for him. He speaks with them, negotiates, eventually they move to the side and allow him to keep going. It was kind of like that, but more simple. Remember, there was a perimeter 1 kilometer around the property with only 2 police officers inside, without guns, without radios. 1 in the main door, 1 in the back door, without guns and without radios. Pablo was going out with 9 guys, most of them with military rifles. So the negotiation with the police was right here, and it was something a lot more simple to what they show in the series, like, guys, you know what? Bye. He just left. Also, there were 2 tunnels in La Catedral, both of them going towards the main road, and that was to smuggle prostitutes and drugs and things inside for the parties, not to escape. Remember, this guy was leaving his prison every day, 2 or 3 times, not through tunnels, jumping over the barbed wire. That one is the last one standing of 6 fake watchtowers. Fake. Because out of 6, only 2 of them had ladders to go up and down. The other 4 had mannequins dressed as guards, pretend to be guards. It's a fake prison in all the possible ways. That's all the information here. Come on this side.
So we're gonna walk down to the original helipad here, and I'm gonna try to say this right. La Catedral. La Cathedral is what they called the prison. La Catedral. So this is the original helipad, repainted. That's it there. And we'll go up, check out that fake guard tower. So I'll film that when I get up there. So this is the path where Pablo escaped when they came up to raid. Like they said, there was one police officer here, no weapons, no radio. So kind of just walk through here. Let me go to the entrance and show you. So you could think he said he had 9 of his men with machine guns. Kind of just walk through here. And here's that fake guard tower. Yeah, and then just escaped just like that. Interesting just to be here, honestly. There's the entrance from the back way. Maybe we'll walk down the trail a little bit. Just kind of show the path he took. So they said, like, at the bottom when they see the police cars coming up, they just kind of gave him a shout up here, said police are on the way. And then just made his way down here for his escape. Very interesting. Okay, there's one part. Interesting place, interesting story of Pablo Escobar. Yeah, sure. All right, so we're here at El Dorado football field, the football field in Envigado here in Colombia. This is the one Pablo Escobar built for the people. Walking on that right now. Let's check it out. So he said he buried 4,000 handguns, something like that, in the corner of the field that he dug up and gave the field back to the people. So, pretty interesting place to be, honestly. Try to get close to that Envigado sign, but you can see the people still use it every day. Nice area for the people that Pablo Escobar built for the people. In the neighborhood Pablo Escobar grew up, so yeah. This is stop 3 of the tour. I think we got one more stop to go, so I'll just do one more quick one of the field here. So a little interesting part of the history of Pablo Escobar. The field's still here, people still use it. Interesting place to be.
Just knock it off. There's some calipers.
So that was Pablo Escobar and his family and his closest men's gravesite there. That is the only property that Pablo still owns, because he bought that knowing he was gonna die. So he bought that piece of land there where his body is currently. And his cousin's over here. Cousin people thought was his brother is right over here.
So, this is Gustavo, real brain of the operation, the real leader of the Medellin Colombia. He's buried here with his son, also called Gustavo, his brother Jose Luis, and his daughter Alexandra. Jose Luis and Alexandra were never members of the cartel. Legal with them, but Gustavo.
So basically he just said when the mother died, one of the family members came up from Argentina, demanded a DNA test on Pablo Escobar's grave. So they dug up the body, did a DNA test, and DNA confirmed that is Pablo Escobar buried there. So all the myths and rumors were laid to rest that day. So that is officially the gravesite of Pablo Escobar.
Actually, I'm a good manager, but I don't like offices. I prefer spending my time outside, dealing with people.
So that was the gravesite there of Griselda Blanco, the real queen of cocaine, who they say basically started the cocaine trade here in Colombia and the export trade. She ended up living in Miami, where she spent a lot of years in jail for tax evasion. She partnered with Pablo Escobar, who would smuggle the cocaine into Miami. She was also nicknamed Black Widow because she was famous for killing all of her husbands. So she did 14 years tax evasion in the States and came back to Colombia, where she was finally killed by a sicario. So that's her gravesite there. Pretty interesting story. The thing about Medellin is the weather can literally change in an instant. That's why it's important to bring an umbrella in Medellin, because as you can tell, it's just boring. We just took some shelter because this is nuts out here. We're just literally looking for some lunch, and like within 30 seconds went from rain to insane. And the clouds are pretty dark. I honestly think we might be stuck here for a while, but we got some cover over our head at least. Yeah, as you can hear the thunder there, so I don't know. We're gonna give it a bit. We don't have a choice. We can't go anywhere, but this is nuts. There's a restaurant across there, but I can't find it on Google. And just walking over there, I'm gonna get soaked. Wish us luck.